morning. It is Monday, September 6th. And I'm going to pull one from here again, and let's just see what the topic is today. Dancer of Promise. Dancer of Promise. So what are the promises that you hope to receive? Dancer of Promises. If you are dancing with something, then usually it's some type of a celebratory thing, okay? So it's, if there is a promise you hope to receive, such as there is the promise of entering realization, the promise of heaven, the promise of, you can have all sorts of promises in your life, okay? So celebrate those, because it's like the Bible said, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed is very small, but what happens when you plant it? A mustard tree is huge. It's huge. If you have faith like that even though what is there is so small at the moment, you know that if it's planted and watered and taken care of, it's going to flower. It's going to flower. That promise is there that it's going to flower. So what are the promises now? The promises are, we are in the midst of great change. Okay, we're in the midst of great change. And the promise is that it's going to get better if we hold and we don't go into the negative. So continue in the light. Continue to hold to that promise. Continue to hold that it's on its way. These things are on their way. And we just have to get through this point of chaos to come out the other side. So again, promises are basically sometimes faith-based, that you know that it's going to take place, okay? You absolutely know it's going to happen, rather than hoping that it happens. Faith is not hoping something happens. Like the Bible says in that, it says, faith is the substance of things unseen. The substance of things unseen. Okay? In other words, you already know it's there. It already has substance. Okay? So again, you hold to that and know it's coming, know it's there. You're just waiting for the universe to catch up with things, for things to come into alignment, and then it's going to show up. So don't lose faith. Don't lose, don't go into a depression. Don't let go of what those promises are. The promise is a new heaven and a new earth as well. Okay, remember that? Don't know why all the Bible things are coming through today, but they are. But the promise is for there will be a new heaven and a new earth. Okay? So again, hold tight. Going into, the fourth density? Going into a fourth density. Okay? Higher consciousness is on its way. So again, you just keep going forward, knowing that this is coming, and we just are, again, having to wade through until things come into alignment when it's going to appear. It's kind of like your astrology things. You have to wait for the planets to line up. Okay, there are shifts that are going to take place. Now, you'd like these shifts sometimes to come earlier, but it has to be in the right energetic pattern, Okay, so the energies have to be right. And in the midst of this change, one has to keep their energies high, in the higher level, in the positive, and again, working to move forward in consciousness. If you're on the path, looking and seeing through the shadow, holding to the light, finding that light in any shadow that comes along. It's like the yin yang, okay? Every light has a seed of shadow that can grow. So you can have something very positive, but if you are focusing on the shadow, the negative, what happens? Then that can grow, and then it will put out the light. Now, you can have the shadow, the darkness, you can find a seed of light. That seed of light, you can plant it, you can grow it, you can, and then that will dispel the darkness. So it's like the yin yang. You have the positive and the negative. The negative has a seed of light somewhere there, which can be recovered. And the light has a seed of shadow, which, if one is not careful, can grow and then mask the light. So always be aware of the balance of things that are going on, okay? Even in the chaos and the darkness, the seed of light is we are going to break through it, okay? That is coming up now to show us what is there that needs to be changed. First you have to see it in order to change it, okay? Well, with the He Who Shall Not Be Named's administration, it became very clear the darkness that is surrounding and that is being waded through at the moment that we need to get a handle on. The corruption, the false belief systems that are being put out. We see the QAnon and the deep state conspiracies and all of this stuff that's there. Okay, the seed of light is that we see it and we can see through it, and so we continue to go forward. So thanks for tuning in. Much love and light to everyone. Please be safe out there. If you've enjoyed this, give a thumbs up. I do so appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in.